What's up, class? I want to talk about the musical middle class, Harry Potter, and making it. I got my guitar here. Maybe I'll play a song. But who knows? On Friday, I went to my first Tyler, the Creator concert. It's the Chromacopia tour, and it was kind of like his Eras tour in a way. He was like playing a bunch of Chromacopia songs, and then he had like this super interesting setup where like the middle, he had like two stages. He had like the main stage, and then he had a stage in like the middle of the crowd that was shaped like a house, and it like had like a whole living room set up in there. And about like halfway through his set, he got all his records and he started putting them on the vinyl to like do that era. And it was really, really cool. Like to see like him do, yeah, like obviously like revisiting old shit is like, you know, super sick to see. But it was cool to like see how much evolution had actually happened throughout his career, and how like the perception of him has really evolved and changed throughout the years. He was talking about how he was playing like I think he was playing Yonkers or something, and he was like, I can't believe that song got me banned from fucking countries. And now he's like, you know, singing it in an arena full of people singing it back to him. And it got me thinking like how underground that dude was for a long time. Like he was super popular, but it definitely wasn't like mainstream popularity. He was popular with the cult following of Odd Future. And it's really cool that he is one of those people that was able to turn that cult success into very, very mainstream success. I think like, I think I think Tyler, the Creator, is like the Taylor Swift of like indie alt kids, you know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. It was like at Rogers Arena, which is like the biggest, you know, venue, second biggest venue, I should say, in Vancouver. And like, he brought the fucking energy, dude. He really, really brought it. I was a little bit worried because I was like, I don't know. It's like Tyler, you know, he's getting older. You know, it's Chromacopia. It's a sick album, but like, I didn't see it being like a super high energy album. But dude, he brought it. He brought the energy. It was super, super sick to see. And it got me thinking like that level of, you know, stage planning and like high budget and like that level of even like crowd work and energy and stage presence is like not really seen in like the DIY indie scene that I'm like a part of in Vancouver, which like obviously like, you know, he's Tyler, the Creator, but that got me thinking that like I wonder if we're still gonna see people like get to these huge heights as superstars anymore. Like me and my brother were talking about Usher, and like he sent me like a video of one of like the Usher concerts from like the early 2000s, and it was like, you know, like a freaking $100,000 outfit in like a big arena with like all these people, you know what I mean? Like it was like a captivating, like, you know, like high budget experience, you know what I mean, that like clearly a huge team of people was working on. And Usher is like a, you know, a star, right? And I wonder if like the landscape of music has maybe changed so much that like we might not see that level of mainstream success. And maybe let me explain. I think what I mean is that like, you know, with the internet and with like present tastes, I feel like people are into their thing. You know what I mean? Like everybody it forms an identity less around listening to only one genre, you know, kind of how we did or how I hear people did it in like the 80s and 90s. You'd have the alt kids, you had the emo kids, you had like, the jocks, you had the preppy kids, and they all listened to their like genre of music respectively. I think we're a lot more individualist now, where we listen to what we like and we end up in scenes and we end up in like groups of like-minded people, but everybody's listening to whatever they like, which is really, really cool. I think it's a good thing. But it changes the music landscape so that there's not really as much of like those like radio, massive mainstream artists, as much as there are like niche artists and people finding success within a group, rather than success for like the whole of like music listeners. Like in the era of Michael Jackson, right? Like Michael Jackson was such a unbelievably big star that we can't even comprehend that level of success anymore. Like Michael Jackson was big with literally every demographic of people at the same time. Like everybody, like white people, black people, like rich people, poor people, people that listen to pop, people that listen to rock, people that listen to like hip hop, R&B, like all these people were on Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? He was the king of pop, I don't see in this current landscape where it's very, individualized, and very taste-made to the individual with an algorithm, right? I don't see the same artist being recommended to everybody in that same way. I wonder if that'll like kind of change how music success is kind of determined. I feel like in the past, it was like you either made it or you didn't make it. Where now I'm kind of seeing a little bit more that like maybe there's kind of going to be more of like a musical middle class formed. And I think we're already kind of seeing it. Like I have friends that are, solo artists and that are in bands that are touring and are able to make music their job, and like no one's like, heard of them. You know what I mean? Like they're not, they're not like huge stars. They just have a niche that is able to sustain them. I'm like actually kind of surprised because there's so much, narratives about how streaming doesn't pay artists very much, and it doesn't. I'm not saying that it, is the best pay model right now. I don't think it is, but like people are able to make a living. People are able to make a living doing music appealing towards smaller groups of people, because people are listening to more music, or more kinds of music, I should say. Yeah. So, when I was a kid, I, like a lot of other people, was super into Harry Potter. I read all the Harry Potter books. I watched all the Harry Potter movies, from before the age that I was like, 10 years old. And the reason I say the 10-year-old date is that is the age when all the kids would get the letter from Hogwarts saying that they were special and that they were chosen to be, wizards of the future, right? And I remember, and I think a lot of other people might relate to this maybe, like wishing and hoping that I would get my letter when I would turn 10, to go to Hogwarts and like be a wizard. I literally thought that like maybe I had magical powers, maybe I was special in some way. Like no furry shit, but like I was like, maybe I'm a werewolf. Like maybe that's, that's my, like that's the kind of wizard that I am. And then I turned 10 and I finished 5th grade and then turned 11 and then finished 6th grade and never ever got any sort of application letter from the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, which is quite unfortunate because I think I would have been a badass wizard. And then I made peace with it, right? I made peace with the fact that I'm not a wizard and I'm a muggle. I fear that a similar thing is happening in the music landscape. I think there's, for people like me that have a lot of feelers in the music world that are following all these artists that make music and they want to be an artist as well. You want to feel special. You want to be one of those people. You want to be an artist in the same way that the artists that you like are artists, And, as the years are going on, I'm really, really happy with the work that I'm putting out. But, I haven't made it, so to speak, I haven't had that moment where I got, the recognition from like some external source. So that validation, I think, has switched more towards the internal, where I'm happy with what I'm putting out. And I think that what I'm saying is worthwhile. And I think I'm improving all the time. And I'm really, really proud of myself. But I think that's different from being like, an artist that blows up, or like a new artist. You know what I mean? I think it's different from being like a conventionally successful artist. And I wonder if maybe it's all a big prank. I wonder if the social media companies they have a vested interest in convincing everybody that they are special and that they too have a chance at being one of the greats. And everybody has access to, like, there's no gatekeepers to the industry. Everybody has full access to the industry. Maybe you are one of the special ones too. All you have to do is just make content and put yourself out there and engage through social media with your fans. And I wonder if it's kind of a prank. I wonder if it's a way to get people to be more addicted to social media because they think that it's like a career move. They think that it's, necessary to be on social media and it's necessary to be posting all the time to be a great artist. It's like marketing for a lottery ticket, right? It's like doing marketing for gambling, where it's like you could be lucky. You could be the one. If you think you have what it takes, put yourself out there. Put a bunch of effort into making content for us. And for us, I mean for the social media companies to put in the algorithm and get people engaged. This obviously worries me a lot as someone that, wants to be validated. My ego wants to be stroked, dude. I think music is kind of different from other forms of art right now in this current landscape because music is seen as a art form that's supposed to be sold, that it's supposed to make money, it's supposed to generate something back because we see so much evidence around us of artists that are doing those things. A lot of us don't really know, most people like, me, don't know, painters besides the super famous painters. So when someone paints, it's more easy for us to understand that it's just for them to do, and it's just a way of self-expression. Music, I don't think, is seen in that same way. I think music is seen as like a thing that, like, oh, you're making music? Oh, you must be trying to be da-da-da-da-da. You must be trying to make money off the shit. I think it can lead to a lot of dissatisfaction when I think there should be a lot of joy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what the conclusion is yet.
baby. Don't judge me, baby, if I seem wrong.
Yeah, let me know if you want to see other videos. I'm going to try to post more of these on this channel, or maybe a new one. I don't know. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this yap. Peace.